Hello and welcome to Miniatures Rundown and this Sunday Preview Rundown. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mitchell.
And today we've got the World Eaters, Wyrdhollow, and Warhammer Fest.
Lots of W's.
www.warhammer.sunday.
You know I got to put that in the in the thumbnail.
Sure. First up is the Combat Patrol World Eaters, the final Combat Patrol of 10th edition, I believe.
Yeah, should be. I think all the other ones are out. People were crying because they didn't think the World Eaters was getting one, but
with the Combat Patrol game mode that is coming up, we all knew they were getting one. If you didn't think they were silly. Somewhat predictably, this is made up of basically all the new models that aren't the 8-bound.
Yeah.
You've got a unit of Jackals, your Chaos Cultists, essentially. 2 units of Berserkers, who are your rank and file. And then one of the Juggernauts that can also be built as a Lord Invocatus. Now, the 8-bound are the spicy hot fire in the Codex right now, so I'm sure some people will not like that. But, look, you've got 2 months.
Yeah. This one's a really good deal, obviously depending on what the price is, but it's $250 retail.
All of the other Combat Patrols are $160.
Yeah.
There's no variance
That's true.
in the Combat Patrols.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's the boarding patrols that are variant.
Right.
That's a really good deal.
So I'm guessing this is about $100 savings.
Yeah. That's nice.
Pretty nice. And everything in here is new. Everything in here looks good.
You can basically, like, if you want to get multiples of this, you can buy 2, maybe 3, depending on how many you want. But, man, there's...
Yeah, at least with the current meta, people really are leaning into the 8-bound as being more, like...
Yeah, I mean, they're the stupid elite extra movement.
Right.
Absolutely annihilate, but...
But everything in here is very usable, very good. And then, of course, with 10th edition coming, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Now, next up is the Wyrdhollow.
The preview they showed off at Adepticon for Underworlds. And dear heaven and hell, I want this box set almost entirely for those Tzeentch models.
Yeah, you want these folks.
They're so cool.
So the box set is Stormcast versus Tzeentch, Domatan Stormcoven, which I hear Domatan and then I think like Dominic from Fast and Furious.
Oh, so the guy on the left is Dominic from the Fast and the Furious because he's bald.
It's a warband about family.
Barely. No, I want to make these into my my chaos conversions.
Oh yeah, so you do have.
I have a reason for Stormcast.
You have a use for both of these.
I do.
That being said, the things that really took people off.
Oh my god, these guys are so cool.
Right.
They're basically like, what if Tzeentch stopped paying attention halfway through making his followers?
I particularly love the breakdancing Zangor here.
Yep. Has one hand and 1 foot. And then one of his other feet is like making a spell. Oh my god, that's so funny. And the leader is breathtaking. I love that model.
That leader looks like something out of Hellboy, the movie.
Oh, I was thinking Hellraiser.
Or Hellraiser, yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth, yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth, yeah, very.
Anything Guillermo del Toro.
Honestly, all of these models are spectacular. And the Stormcast aren't bad either, although I don't love the aesthetic of the Ninth Arcanums.
See, I like them more than the regular.
I do. I like this one on the upper right the most.
Yeah, me too. The mask really speaks to me. Although the guy in the center bottom, I kind of want a guy like replace the Rock with someone like on their knees and he's like casting a spell through them.
Oh yeah,
that would be so sick.
Mostly, I just want to cut off the stupid collar things.
Yeah, that's fair.
I kind of hate those.
Those all suck.
But otherwise, they look nice. Everything in here looks amazing. Now, it is worth noting if you're thinking of picking this up just for the models, like old Mitchell here, we still have not gotten the dual release, the last dual release.
Nope. And the one before it was only came out in the 2-player box set.
In a dual box itself that was only about $15 cheaper than the full box set with board.
Yep.
So it looks like that the way they're doing things now, waiting for these to come out as solo is not going to happen.
No.
So you're not actually going to end up saving that much money by waiting. If they ever come out at all. They still haven't released the last one.
Yep. So who knows? That is pretty disappointing.
Very disappointing.
These have been getting more and more expensive as the 2-player sets.
Yes.
They started at $60 and now they're I think 100.
The last one was 100.
Oh my god.
So the question is this one 100 or is this one 110?
It might be 110.
Yeah, especially since they know what they've got here.
Yeah.
As far as Warhammer Quest, wow. As far as Underworlds itself goes, it comes with 4 decks suitable for the Rivals format because they had too much card bloat and had to reboot a new format. And this is all about spells again. Yep. So you've got, which is why you've got.
Because that was what season 2 was the spellcasting one, right?
That's where they introduced spells.
Yeah.
And spells were never really good.
No.
They weren't really useful through 3 and 4.
Yeah.
or 5, and now we're into 6, and maybe it'll be good again.
Who knows?
And if you want to get ahead in life, this is the Amon Fallen Head statue. So this is a terrain piece for Middle-earth strategy battle game. This is from the end of the first movie. I think Boromir chases Frodo around this a couple times or something like that.
Oh, I'm gonna get you.
Arms outstretched, doing the wiggly hands thing, while Yakety Sax plays. So this is a terrain piece. This is Forge World and resin, by the way.
Oh, it is resin?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Intricately detailed resin terrain piece, Forge World, cast in one solid piece, so all you need to do is paint it up.
Oh, my God.
The potential for bubbles and screw-ups in this casting is going to be phenomenal.
Oh, my God. That's... We'll see.
And we'll also see how much it costs, because I'm going to go to another tab here real quick. So over here, we have the existing Amon Hen set.
Yeah.
This is also on Forge World. This is a multi-part resin terrain set, and it's $255
Yep.
in USD. Now, it's worth noticing that there's no unpainted pictures of this on their site.
Yeah.
There's only, there's a nice close-up and a 360 view. You spin me right around. But I guarantee you a lot of this flock does not come with this.
Oh, hell no.
So I'm wondering, how bad is this?
Yeah.
So the question is, how expensive is this thing going to be? In addition to what quality is this going to be?
Yeah. If I am hopeful, the quality is fine. If I'm going to keep that hopefulness, it's probably still too expensive. Because we saw the plastic ones and we thought those were too expensive.
Right. I'm betting this thing is $80. Because it's supposed to be huge.
Yeah. I'm going to think 80 is the low end if it's Forge World.
Oof. Yeah, that's a good point, too.
It's one huge piece of resin.
Mm-hmm. Put it in a sock and hit someone with it.
Yeah, we're gonna say that I'm gonna say 80 is the low end. Don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not iconic enough that I wouldn't pay $60 for it. But I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings nerd.
I am a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, and it's not iconic enough for $50.
No.
Just use the Sigmar head from the Warcry set and repaint it a little bit.
It's easy.
Then we have some more paint sets for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
We've got the base paint set, the layer paint set, the contrast paint set, and the shade paint set. Now, you have the math on these.
I do. The bases and layers are 15 paints, and they are $4.55 a piece retail. Is $68.25 in retail with no savings. And the shade and contrast is 9 paints a piece at $7.80. Is $70.20 altogether.
So my bet is that these will be $60, maybe
You think
$50.
Both?
I think they'll both. I think we'll have $50 for the base and layers, and $60 for the contrast and shade.
That's what I was thinking. 50, maybe 55 and 60, just because they're pretty close together. But yeah, they're going to be some savings. I guess they're just trying to get rid of their backstock. I don't know.
Yeah, the color selection is interesting because there are some in here that are absolute like staples of GW. Abaddon black, gray, Mephiston red, Rhinox hind, Boardfang brown, Bugman's glow, Xandru dust, Averland sunset, McCrag blue, Wa flesh, Auric flesh, Leadbelcher, and gold. Those are all kind of like staple colors.
Yeah.
The layers are a little stranger because they're just the layer versions of all of these. But you can start to see that there's only one blue in this set. There's a lot of beiges and browns and greens. So the usefulness of this...
I didn't notice that.
The usefulness of this to you will depend wildly on what you're actually trying to paint. I don't think these are good beginner paint sets. They're lacking in too many colors.
Why are there 3 different greens?
There's one red.
Yeah.
There's one red and one red highlight.
Yeah, I don't understand.
The same thing with the contrast paints. There's... Gosh.
A blue, a red, a yellow, a green, black, white. This one's at least a little more, like, all around. Still don't like it.
Snakebite Leather and Skeleton Horde are 2 of the better contrast paints that a lot of people really love. So I understand that one. The shades, same thing. Yeah, so we're really kind of going for muted and darks here.
I guess.
I'm not quite sure what the purpose of these is.
Yeah, me
I guess to get people started.
Yeah. We get people asking all the time, hey, do you have any, like, sets of paint? And we're like, not really. I guess this is them.
Yeah. All of these paint sets are delayed in Japan, by the way.
Cool.
That's what the little asterisk is.
Cool.
And then we've got some Black Library re-releases. So that's it for this week. All of these will go up for pre-order next Saturday in 6 days, which is the 29th, I believe. Personally, I'm not getting any of these.
I have to see the price on the Wyrdhollow. I still probably won't get it if it's the price that I think it is. But the models are so gorgeous.
What price would you get it at?
Probably 70.
Oh, you're not going to
It's
get
not
this
going to
then.
get 70.
No.
Maybe 80. But it's not. I'm not going to get it if it's over 80.
It's not going to be 80.
It's not going to be 80.
It's not going to be less than the previous one. The previous one was $100.
Yeah, I know. Josh,
sorry.
come on.
Well, on that sad note, that's it from us this week. We will see you next week on the Sunday Rundown.
Bye.